I'm going to talk a little bit about regional foods. America is divided up into 8 regions, 8 growing regions, and I'm going to use region 4 as an example. It's the one in the lower right-hand corner with the star attached. And in the feed book, we tell people what's available, what's in season when and where, to inspire you all to both get this into your recipes and to push your vendors in finding you local food, so we can use less resources in how we make food, and hopefully ended up finding local food that hasn't been grown with chemicals, which will be a down the road thing. So broccoli's in season a couple times a year in this area. When it's in season, it's very affordable, and carrots are available all year, so they're probably very affordable all year in this area. Corn, there's the season for corn. Again, working corn both into the recipes when you're in school and telling your food vendors that you want to buy frozen or canned corn that's been grown locally. Jerry, there's a labor issue. People, cooks, need to be trained more, and there's limited funds to hire more cooks. So today, most people in this webinar can't afford to hire more people to chop more food. What do you tell them about how to get more fresh food into their recipes?
Well, what we used to do, if you get parents involved, sometimes obviously not during your busy times, but after the busy lunch, they'll come in and help some of your people work in the kitchen. And to be honest, the people I worked with were very willing to try. They just needed more practice. You know, practice made perfect. So if they were taking lengths of time to cut carrots, after they did it 5, 6, 20 times, they got better each time.
Yeah, one thing I do with cooks is I'll give them a 50-pound bag of carrots and time how long it takes them to cut it, and track that, like you track your food cost and your labor cost and what you throw away, and then show them how they are getting faster. That'll inspire them to possibly go even faster within safe limits. So we talked about today our current food system and its impact on the environment and health, why healthy cooking is needed in school. And I'm going to talk about that just one more second, saying that for years we've been saying, well, it's the parents' responsibility to teach kids healthy cooking in school. And it is. I have 2 kids, 18 and 21, and I took it seriously. But at the same time, we're losing this health battle, and I think the schools need to pick up more of the slack in educating kids about healthy food and then feeding them that food. But I also want to let you know that I know how hard this is, how your budgets are tight and you don't have much labor. So just hang in there. I'm going to be at ANC with FWE in Nashville at the annual nutrition conference in July, doing cooking demos in their booth. If any of you go, please stop by the booth to say hello and let me know what other webinar topics you'd like to view. We're also going to be raffling off a Grow Teach Feed collection that contain all the recipes shown today and over 200 more. So bring your business card. Be sure to take a look at FWE's wide variety of food service equipment as well. They will be raffling off a full-size Climate IQ heated and humidified holding cabinet at the conference. So you have to stop by and say hi. And so thanks for giving us half an hour of your time. The Organic School Project's Grow Teach Feed collection is now available. You would be most interested in the feed volume with over 200 recipes and a section on how to buy local food and get that local food into your recipes. If you would like the recipes featured today or any throughout the webinar series, email Organic School Project or go to FWE's website. And a recording of this webinar will be available on FWE's website. And please don't forget to take our survey. Your opinion is very important to us and it'll help us improve our offerings. And
we have a question, Greg, and I know we're over the 30-minute mark, so can you briefly go a little more in depth about how to make these recipes healthier?
Yeah, I guess we can start with the fish one. One is, we'll serve more fish. 2, you don't need all that oil that we used in the recipe. And serve it with vegetables, because the more vegetables people eat, the better. The beef stew, I would cut back on the beef at a real high level and and put into it instead beans, either dry beans or canned beans. And in the stew is a great place to introduce fresh local vegetables into that recipe. And so you need to find out what's in season when, and you need to push your vendors to get you local vegetables. But you can easily cut back the beef and push how much vegetables are in that. In the stroganoff, I would go yogurt over sour cream. I would go less beef, more veggies, more dried beans. I would strongly consider not serving it over pasta, but serving it over like black-eyed peas. Is that the classic stroganoff? No way. But we need to get more peas and beans and fresh vegetables into these kids' mouths. I mean, look at America. We're eating plenty of meat. We're eating plenty of starch. We're eating plenty of sugar. So you want to head the other way. And the easiest way to get them to do that is to put a garden in that school somewhere. It doesn't have to be a big garden, any garden. Get them gardening and get some chef volunteers to come in and talk about food in the classrooms and to teach your staff how to use their knife even faster so you can get more fresh food into the cafeterias and into the recipes. So thanks again, everybody. We're going to be back here at 4 o'clock Chicago time with another one, and we're going to be here next week with more lunch recipes, and then in 2 weeks with sides. I have one more question. Fill out the survey. What's the question?
If we are promoting more whole grains, how about brown rice and whole grain pasta?
Yeah, I mean, I eat a lot of brown rice at home, and what I do is I toast it first, which turns it into a protein. So most people don't know this, but you can take brown rice, toast it. Now you're serving kids their protein, and whole grain pasta. I mean, in my personal life, I just use spelt pasta and brown rice pasta. The thing about the whole grain pastas is you have to know how to make them, and they today are costing a little bit more money. But heading away from white food, white bread, white rice, white pasta, is probably going to be helpful for the kids. I'm not saying eliminate it. I'm not a doctor. I can't prove it's bad for them, but heading away from it a little bit would be great. Thanks, everybody, for your time. I know we went over. Thanks, FWE, for sponsoring us. Everybody fill out your survey so we can do an even better job at this. Thanks for your work.